What's up, guys? If you've missed TheSirenSayz, back at it again with another House of the Dragon video. Now this one, I'm liking this show a lot. I'm liking it a lot. I'm getting shocked and surprised, and I talk with my sister, so she gave me a couple of spoilers, but it's like I'm really liking where this show is headed. I like it. Somebody asked me if I like it better than Game of Thrones. No, this is in no way better than Game of Thrones. However, as a prequel, spin-off, sideshow attraction type of thing, I'm definitely here for it. Like, most definitely. So, let's just get into character by character, because we gotta talk. Let's get into the most important parts now. Let's get into Aegon. So, Aegon was not trying to be on the throne, not trying to, and it's almost like they were trying to make you feel sorry for him, but then they also reminded us in the same episode that he just be bagging women when they do not want to be bagged. Grape, the grape as a fruit, you know what I'm trying to say. He be doing that a lot. Okay, and so it's like, why do you keep trying to make it seem like he's this sweet soul, tortured? That's why I'm very glad that at the end of it all, you could see that he wanted to be king. Now, of course, we can get into the deepness of why. Like he never really felt loved because of his parental situation and because of the things that he kept getting himself into that no one was able to help him work through. However, him being like, yeah, I'm chilling with my kingdom. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So, Aegon was there, chilling with the White Worm. That's what I will be calling her because I cannot remember her name. And I'm not going to go look it up just for this. I want y'all to get my raw thoughts. No. So, she was hiding him so she could get some leverage from fucking... I hate Otto. I want him out of here. I just need him gone. And I feel like it's okay for me to want him gone. I feel like some people are like, oh, you just need Otto. Stop. No. At this point, I don't even know what Otto is doing it for. Who are you doing this for, Otto? Automobile? Who are you doing this for, Automobile? Because you're not doing it for the kingdom. Or else you would have found a way to sit your ass on the throne, wouldn't you? Yeah. So, can't stand Otto still, waiting for his timely death. Because, ain't nothing untimely about it. Speaking of death, R.I.P. the real one, Viserys. Don't know why they had to show us his face again. That was a little traumatic. The R.I.P. Viserys the Peaceful. Definitely a name I think he earned later on. I don't know if he deserved it in the beginning. I mean, we know what he did to Alicent and his wife. Haven't forgotten that. But he's tried to be peaceful in every other instance. So I'll give him that. Alicent. She completely misread the situation. And I don't blame her because he wasn't using the right names. But he was also dying and delirious. So like, yeah. But he figured that she figured that everything he said meant that Aegon should be king, when really he was metaphorically saying that he was trying to reassure Rhaenyra that she was right for the throne, but he wasn't talking to Rhaenyra, he was talking to Alicent, and so Alicent just took what he said and interpreted it the way she wanted to interpret it. I like that she was conflicted. I like that she wanted the path of least resistance for Aegon and for Rhaenyra. I even like the little scene she had with Aegon where it showed that, you know, as neglectful as a mother as she possibly was in the beginning. And I'm not blaming her for that. Like, you know, she was forced into this life. But, you know, the kids are still a product of that, you know. However, I like her little scene with Aegon. It shows that she does care about him and that Aegon does have a heart, I guess. But I just liked that it showed that she did care about him, you know. So that was cool. She's kind of fighting against her dad in terms of killing Rhaenyra. And I appreciate that. I know I got on her in the last episodes, and I'm not apologizing for that at all. The job of a writer is to help us understand somebody holistically. You are supposed to go through seasons of ooh. You know, with certain characters, you're supposed to. Yes, there are some characters where it's like you never really go through that, but like, if you never have a moment with a good character where you're like, yeah, I don't like this nigga, then were they really written well? I really like the way Alicent is written. I'm finally Team Alicent now. Okay, I'm not Team Alicent in terms of Rhaenyra not being queen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm Team Alicent as in I'm not as annoyed with her as I was in prior episodes, which is good enough for me. So Alicent has been having to wrestle, you know, with her husband's death and the politics of it all. And let's get into her cronies. Let's get into Alicent's cronies. Christian Cole is the next one, right below Otto. Get rid of him. Why is he... The way he got rid of the nice old little man who thought it was wrong of them to be plotting on Rhaenyra like this. And he just bashed that nigga head in on the table. Chris Cole. Chris Cole's oil seasoning. I don't understand why you're still here. I don't get it. He's such a fucking hypocrite. He sat there with Aemond being all... No, he sat there trying to act all moral. I can't remember what it was. He was speaking to somebody talking about how, oh, it's all about treating whatever right. I was like, are you pretending to still be moral after everything that happened with you and Rhaenyra? Sir, it's not clicking for me. Your behavior is not clicking for me, and I'm ready for you to go. You helped an interesting character like Aemond get where he is today. Now you can get to step in. You don't need to be here anymore. You are officially on auto watch. That's what I will call every character that I want to disappear, metaphorically. You are on auto watch. Get to step in, bro. Get to step in. I cannot believe he really sat there still on his high horse like he's on a freaking 10-foot centaur. Bro, nobody cares. Absolutely nobody cares. I think it's so weird that he's still like this. So, like, he don't even really got the balls to say all this shit to Rhaenyra's face. He just be kind of laughing in the background. It's like, hee, Rhaenyra, Bitch made energy, bro. Bitch made energy. And I'm sick and tired of it. I hate niggas like that. And I know what you're going to say, right? But Petra, you like Larys. But Larys is not necessarily a hypocrite. Now, when I say that, I mean, with Larys, you see a little bit of snake shit. You get a lot of snake shit. He's not playing both sides, acting like he's this holy, moral person. Yes, he'll pretend like he's not as bad as he really is. But he's not going to pretend that he's not bad, period. Right, Christian? Fuck that nigga. Let's get into one of my favorite characters, Lord Larys. I was so happy to see him today. So happy to see him today. Now, my nigga came with the smoke, and I am so sorry. The guy who he got killed, that guy said that he was, gonna pledge allegiance to Aegon, but he was really just pretending so he could run and go tell Rhaenyra what happened. I don't know the man's name, but you will be memorialized, sir, up by the pit. I called him bitch made when I saw his scene of him bending the knee, but after I saw what his plan was, I was like, you know what? You weren't stupid. You weren't. R.I.P. the real one. Sorry I call you bitch made. It's just what happens. I can't see everything. But Lord Larys, oh my god. Once again, like in every episode, I had to say, HBO, stop! And today it was because of Lord Larys. What is going on with the feet? What's happening? because one of yours isn't working, you like to see a healthy pair, it does something for you. Why do they have him beating off to Alicent? Toes. What? I get, what? Okay, no, we're not gonna discuss it. I was just like, oh, because when he was talking to Otto, and Otto was like, you've been spending many hours with my daughter lately. I'll admit, I was a little excited. Not because they have to be together, but because it would be kind of interesting. Of course, they've dashed my dreams by just making him perverted. And I'm not saying that somebody who's willing to just, kill his family has to have a softer side and I have to sympathize. No, I'm not a hypocrite like that. But I did think, since at the time I didn't like Alicent, it would have been interesting to see her paired up with Larys. It would have made the dynamic a little bit more interesting if they were paired up romantically. Well, I guess this is a version of a sexual relationship. But, yeah, so Lord Larys apparently trades favors for a medieval feet pic. Okay, that's all I'll say. She seems uncomfortable with it, but I just thought the scene was hilarious. I was like, HBO, come on, bro. Absolutely no. Anyways, yeah, that's it with Lord Larys for now. He's still plotting in the shadows. He is prepared to kill the White Worm at the Queen's behest. I saw there was a house on fire, so I'm guessing she's dead or she's assumed dead. We will see in the next episode. More characters to speak about. Let's get into Aemond for now. I'm loving his character arc. I'm sorry. I know it just seems like I like not all the bad guys, because I consider Otto a bad guy. I know it looks like I like most of the bad guys. There's a reason for that. They've made the good guys unlikable. Okay? And not unlikable in a way that they're completely unlikable, but like for me personally, I just don't really care. I like Rhaenyra, but that took time, right? I like Alicent now, but that took time. I always liked Daemon, and until recently, he was considered a villain. I knew he wasn't. I always told y'all he was an ambiguous character. Check the statistics, okay? I always started using the word villain when Larys and them niggas and Otto came around. But sometimes with the good guy, bad guy thing, I'm more into the bad guys because they make things more interesting. Which is why I will say Game of Thrones is still a better show. Only because it was more equivalent and you could root for the good guys more, which made the whole hero's journey thing that was happening all throughout the show way more meaningful, because you actually like the heroes you were watching on the journey. Whereas with this kingdom, there isn't really much heroes, it's more ambiguous, so you're way more likely to find the people usurping and the people in the underground and the people in the boardroom more interesting than like the royal family itself. Aside from Daemon, he's that nigga. But yeah. So Aemond wants the throne. Big surprise. Who knew that Aemond would want the throne? So yeah, that nigga wants the throne, and I thought it was interesting because obviously Aegon doesn't or didn't. But, Aemond has some powerful lines about, how he's just sitting there ready. He's ready to take up his throne. So that makes what'll happen in the future. Wink, wink. I was spoiled, which kind of sucks. I would have loved to have just seen it in action, but that explains certain things about his character. I won't spoil it. But yeah, I still like Aegon. Not Aegon. Fuck Aegon. I still like Aemond. I like all the scenes he's in. He's very interesting to me. I know he's a bad person, but the fact that he can still distinguish himself from his brother and give himself a level of class is very intriguing to me. I want to see where that goes. Yeah, I do. MVPs of this episode, the twins. what a very intriguing way to bring in characters that have always been there, but then make them make sense and make them interesting. Good job, HBO. Snap. Good job. I really liked that. I liked how one was all for the plans of Otto Octavius and the regime or automobile, and the other one was, more for, I guess I could say, the good side. Like I said, in a show like this, really isn't a hero, but he was on more of the hero side of things, So that was really interesting to see. The twins are MVP of this episode, so we love to see it. What else can I discuss? There was so much. Oh, how could I forget this lady like everybody else has? I apologize. Princess Rhaenys. I liked this episode. I like how she told Alicent that, like, you've just been sitting there under the thumb of men for years being used and abused. You didn't even think for once that you could have been on the Iron Throne. And I was just like, oh, I got chills. I was like, oof, don't give her that idea. Because Alicent is smart. And like I said, smarter than Rhaenyra sometimes. Most of the time. So if she really was like, I'm going to be on the throne, this is how, I'm not sure how many people could stop her. Not sure. So that would be very, very, very frightening. Yeah. So Princess Rhaenys is now having to decide whether or not she wants to go on with the new regime or stick beside Rhaenyra. My namesake, I'm gonna stick beside her. Who knows what she's gonna do? And so I just thought it was really interesting that they were showing us this internal conflict with her, and the many scenes she had with many people were very interesting too. I liked that. I was shocked when she came up with that dragon. Trampling citizens. R.I.P. the citizens of this place. Getting corralled into a church and then getting trampled on by dragons of the royals who are supposed to protect them. But just like the White Worm said, kids are being mauled up in the streets and nobody gives a damn. Like, I'm sorry, the people of Westeros are down bad, as they always have been. The people in power are up and up, but always on the edge because people are always trying to usurp, and the people under them are just in poverty. Hopefully they can get impregnated by a king or queen and get a little stipend. Like, it's tragic. Absolutely tragic. Yes, I do know Aegon has bastards all over the place. I guess the medieval morning after tea has not been circulating across the kingdom like it should. God damn it, Aegon. Do better. So yeah, I think that's all the characters for now. She's flying away, so hopefully that means that Rhaenyra will hear it. I'll admit, I don't know why, but I kept hoping that Rhaenyra would come back, because she said she's going to come back on Dragonback. It would have been so gangster. They've been trying to push this whole Rhaenyra is a bad bitch thing, and it hasn't been working. It would have worked right then if she was the one who flew under the dragon and was like, I thought you wanted me to return. Because, it wouldn't have been out of the blue for her to return because she promised to return. So for her to come at this moment would be a little convenient, but not out of the norm. Anyways, cannot wait for the next episode. We here, we live, and we ready, we live. I'm very busy with work, and I had a shift change, so this episode might not come out as early as it usually would. It should either be Monday or Tuesday. I'm so sorry, guys. This might even come out on a Wednesday or Thursday. God damn it. I'll try to find time to edit. Anyways, I'm really loving this show. I cannot wait for the next episode. I cannot wait to see more of my faves, more of Daemon, more of Rhaenyra, more of Alicent, more of Aemond, and more of the Lord Larys. Even though Larys went down a couple points for the thing that happened in that room. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. We'll see you in the next episode of House of the Dragon next week. Anyways, goodbye, Sire.